Some people never really get comfortable wearing a smartwatch all day. It can feel heavy, distracting, or simply awkward on the wrist. That's where smart rings come in. They offer a more subtle way to wear technology without constantly noticing it. In this list, we'll look at smart rings that can realistically take the place of a smartwatch for everyday wear. So let's get started. If your wrist already feels crowded, moving your tech to your finger can feel like relief. The Sron ER Smart Ring slips into daily life without changing how you act or move. Once you start wearing it, the ring feels calm rather than demanding. You're not constantly reminded that it's there, and that absence becomes comforting. Over time, it blends into everyday moments, whether you're busy or resting. The ring doesn't ask you to adjust habits or check in often. It simply stays present in a background way. That quiet presence makes it feel personal rather than technical. After a few days, you stop thinking about it as a device. It becomes closer to an everyday item you naturally keep on. For people who dislike screens on their body, this ring offers a simple alternative that doesn't compete for attention or control your routine. Some wearables feel like they come with expectations before you even use them. The Oura Ring 4 gives off a more composed feeling from the start. When you wear it, everything feels deliberate, from how it sits to how it blends into your day. It doesn't interrupt moments or pull focus away. Instead, it quietly becomes part of your daily rhythm. There's a sense of structure that feels reassuring rather than strict. Over time, the ring feels familiar, almost like something you've always worn. You don't feel rushed to react or interact. That restraint creates a calm experience. The ring carries a mature presence without needing attention. People may notice it, but it never feels distracting. If you like things that feel stable and intentional, the Oura Ring 4 fits into life smoothly without adding noise or pressure. Not every piece of tech needs to feel serious to be enjoyable. The Anaro Smart Ring feels approachable from the moment you put it on. It doesn't require adjustment or effort. You wear it and continue your day without thinking twice. That ease becomes its biggest strength. The ring blends into different moments without standing out. After a short time, it feels familiar, like something you've owned for years. You don't feel pushed to change routines or habits. Instead, it adapts quietly to your pace. The experience feels relaxed and natural. There's no sense of pressure attached to wearing it. It stays out of the way while still feeling present. If you prefer wearables that feel casual and uncomplicated, this ring fits comfortably into everyday life without trying to define how you live or move. Some gadgets feel stiff the moment you pick them up, but this one feels different. The Tazook Smart Ring comes across as easygoing from the first wear. It sits comfortably on your finger without demanding attention. You notice it briefly, then forget about it as the day moves on. That transition feels natural and unforced. The ring doesn't push routines or expectations. It lets your day unfold normally. Over time, it becomes familiar without effort. You don't feel controlled or interrupted while wearing it. The experience stays relaxed even during busy moments. It feels less like tech and more like a quiet companion. If you like wearables that give you space rather than instructions, this ring offers a low-pressure experience. It blends into your lifestyle smoothly, staying present without becoming a distraction or obligation. Sometimes all you want is something that doesn't complicate your day. The Alenva Smart Ring delivers that feeling early on. When worn, it stays steady and doesn't distract you during normal activities. You forget about it during conversations, work, or quiet moments. That forgetfulness becomes reassuring. The ring doesn't ask for interaction or attention. It simply exists alongside your routine. Over time, it starts to feel personal, like a familiar part of your day. There's no urgency attached to wearing it. Everything feels balanced and calm. The experience doesn't overwhelm or interrupt. It suits people who value consistency and simplicity. Instead of trying to impress, the ring quietly earns its place. If you prefer wearables that stay in the background, Alenva fits naturally into everyday life without pressure or noise. Curiosity is usually what pulls people toward this ring first. The Mworld-SmartRing feels like something made for those who enjoy observing their own patterns quietly. When you wear it, there's a sense of exploration rather than control. It doesn't push itself into your awareness or interrupt your flow. Instead, it stays present in a soft way throughout the day. You go about normal activities without feeling guided or corrected. Over time, the ring becomes familiar, almost like a small personal marker you carry with you. It doesn't feel rigid or demanding. That relaxed presence makes it easy to keep wearing daily. The experience feels open rather than structured. You're not pressured to think about it constantly. If you like tech that feels reflective instead of loud, this ring fits that mindset. It quietly settles into your routine without trying to define how you live. The first thing you notice isn't what it does, but how little it weighs. The Vic-Ring feels almost absent once it's on your finger. That light feeling makes long wear surprisingly comfortable. You don't adjust it or think about it much during the day. The titanium build gives it a grounded presence without feeling heavy. Over time, it blends so well into your routine that taking it off feels strange. The ring doesn't compete for attention or make statements. It stays calm and steady through different moments. There's a sense of reliability that grows quietly. You're not reminded of it constantly, which makes it easier to live with. The experience feels smooth and uninterrupted. If comfort matters more than flair, this ring feels like a thoughtful choice. It stays out of the way while still feeling like something solid you can trust. Some wearables feel formal, but this one feels casual from the start. The Cuxlag Smart Ring fits into daily life without asking for changes. You put it on and move forward as usual. That ease makes it approachable. It doesn't draw attention or invite questions. After a few days, it feels familiar, like an accessory you've always worn. There's no pressure to check it or react to it. The ring stays quietly present while you focus on your day. It doesn't interrupt conversations or moments of rest. Over time, the experience feels relaxed and steady. You don't feel guided or monitored. Instead, it adapts to your pace naturally. If you want something that feels simple and low pressure, this ring fits easily into everyday routines without becoming a distraction or obligation. Lightness changes how a ring feels more than most people expect. The IMIKI-Smart-Ring makes that clear almost immediately. Once worn, it barely registers during normal movement. That absence feels reassuring rather than empty. You don't check its position or notice pressure during the day. It stays where it belongs without effort. Over time, your finger adjusts so completely that the ring feels natural. There's no sense of managing it or being aware of it. That ease makes it comfortable to wear from morning to night. The ring doesn't compete with other accessories or habits. It quietly fits alongside them. The experience feels smooth and uninterrupted. You're free to focus on your day without reminders. If you value comfort that fades into the background, this ring feels like a gentle addition rather than a device you need to think about. Some rings feel like tools, but this one feels more personal. The BENIO Gen 2. Smart Ring carries a sense of familiarity from early on. When you wear it, there's no adjustment period that feels awkward. It rests comfortably and stays there without drawing attention. You don't feel the need to check it or acknowledge it during the day. That quiet behavior makes it easy to accept. Over time, it becomes part of your routine without effort. The ring doesn't interrupt moments or demand awareness. It stays present in a subtle way. That presence feels reassuring. You associate it with daily habits rather than technology. The experience feels grounded and steady. If you prefer wearables that don't announce themselves, this ring fits that preference. It becomes something you keep wearing because it feels normal, not because it asks you to. Minimal choices often feel easier to live with long-term. The IMIKI-Smart-Ring reflects that idea through its presence. When worn, it feels intentional without feeling noticeable. You don't spend time adjusting or thinking about it. It stays in place as your day moves forward. That consistency creates comfort. The ring doesn't interrupt focus or distract attention. It allows moments to happen naturally. Over time, it becomes familiar in a quiet way. You begin to associate it with normal daily flow. There's no pressure attached to wearing it. The experience feels calm and predictable. That predictability becomes reassuring. If you prefer things that don't change how you live, this ring fits easily. It stays in the background, offering a steady presence without pulling focus or asking for interaction. This ring feels like it was designed for everyday patience. The Pabovi Smart Ring doesn't rush to make an impression. Once it's on, it stays quietly in place while your day continues. You don't feel guided or interrupted by it. That calm presence grows more noticeable over time. The ring feels familiar after just a few days. You stop thinking about it during regular moments. That forgetfulness feels comforting. It doesn't ask for attention or reaction. Instead, it remains consistent as your routine repeats. The experience feels steady and unforced. You're free to live your day without reminders. If you like wearables that quietly exist rather than compete, this ring fits that approach. It becomes part of your daily rhythm without pressure, noise, or expectations. Movement is where this ring feels most at home. The COLMI R2 Smart Ring carries an active personality without feeling pushy. When you wear it, it feels ready rather than demanding. It stays secure on your finger while you go about your day, never asking for attention. That sense of readiness creates confidence over time. You don't feel slowed down or interrupted. The ring keeps pace quietly as moments change. After a while, it feels like a natural extension of your hand. You stop thinking about adjusting it or checking on it. That ease makes it comfortable for long wear. The experience feels steady and reliable. It doesn't interrupt focus or pull you out of the moment. If you enjoy wearables that feel supportive without control, this ring fits naturally into an active routine while staying calm and unobtrusive. This ring leans more toward feeling than function. The MOMAX 1 Sense Sol Smart Ring gives off a reflective mood when you first wear it. It doesn't rush to make itself known. Instead, it settles quietly and lets you forget about it. That subtle presence creates a thoughtful experience over time. You move through your day without interruption. The ring stays steady during busy hours and quiet moments alike. There's a sense of calm attached to wearing it. You don't feel directed or corrected. It simply remains with you. Over time, it starts to feel personal, almost symbolic. The experience feels inward rather than attention-seeking. If you prefer wearables that feel gentle and reserved, this ring fits that mindset. It stays in the background, offering a calm presence without pressure or distraction. Consistency is what defines the feeling of this ring. The EOGBM Smart Health Ring doesn't try to impress immediately. Once worn, it stays quietly in place as your day unfolds. You don't feel the need to adjust it or think about it often. That reliability becomes comforting. The ring blends into daily routines without resistance. Over time, it feels familiar, like something you've always worn. There's no sense of urgency tied to it. It doesn't interrupt conversations or moments of rest. The experience feels steady and predictable. That predictability makes it easy to keep wearing. If you value calm repetition and simple presence, this ring fits naturally. It becomes part of your daily rhythm without noise, pressure, or the feeling of being constantly monitored. That's our list of the top smart rings that can replace a smartwatch. If any of these caught your eye, drop a comment below, and don't forget to hit like and subscribe for more content like this.